Hello, welcome back. This is the health tracker, Krasnov health tracker reading. Trump Krasnov, the Russian agent, squatting in the White House, working at the copier now. Tuesday, June 24th. That's my birthday. It's Danny Shea's birthday too. We were born on the same day, same year. Oops. Trump's health. What is going on? June 24th, Tuesday, 2025. Donald John, J for genius, Trump. Go on. Oh, yeah. Easy to bribe. It's all about the grifting. With it being Jupiter and Taurus, this is him feeling kind of successful with his money and his control. So maybe his stupid NFTs are doing well or whatever. Who cares? But this is a card that relates to genetic issues. And what did his father die from? Well, pneumonia, but also Alzheimer's. So, let's just leave it there. His big challenge is staying upright today and being caught off guard and needing to stand up for himself with the Seven of Wands there. When it comes to health issues with this card, this can be stroke, it can be problems with his brain, it can be problems with his heart as well, because it's Mars and Leo. Leo's like the core energy, and he gets pissed off when he doesn't get what he wants financially. So maybe some news comes out about his grifting and he's caught off guard there. In the morning early, we have Temperance and the Whistleblower card. That's interesting. Okay, so with Temperance being that it's, it rules the endocrine system, this is that card about bringing another one of the cards has to do with like the body water flow and all of that. Blood relating to the red wings here reminds us about the importance of clean, how our blood needs to be clean and filtered through our kidneys and liver. Well, with this guy, good luck with that. But with the Page of Swords, this makes me think of a whistleblower, or maybe it's a better morning for him. Maybe it actually is a pretty good morning for him, and he gets out to golf. Okay. Midday, we've got the Knight of Cups and the Star card. Again, the Knight of Cups relates to the lymphatic system and sometimes hidden addictions. And even though it didn't come through reversed, maybe just got a bad card flop, because we always get these cards reversed usually. And then the Star card, because it's ruled by Aquarius, this definitely has to do with the circulatory system, and especially the lower legs, because Aquarius rules, so Capricorn rules the knees and the bones and everything, but Aquarius rules from below the knee all the way down. Pisces rules the feet, but he gets pretty swollen. We've been seeing that, so I feel like this has more to do with it's a better day circulatory system wise for him than it usually is. So yeah, okay, let's see what happens in the evening. Later in the evening, we've got the Nine of Wands. It's still not too bad. The Queen of Pentacles could be most likely a woman that helps him, and this is always my Susie Wiles card because she's a Earth sign. She's a Taurus. But with the Nine of Wands, it's still not a bad card for health, but when it's later in the evening, it can be a card of quite a bit of fatigue, having to come to terms with things that aren't working out well, and all he cares about is the money. But he does have these genetic predispositions to Alzheimer's. Then later in the evening with the, oh my goodness, we had these two cards together before, but over here, I shuffled really, really well before too. So this is interesting. So this is later in the evening because we know he's always up, in the middle of the night, rage tweeting or rage posting, I should say. I don't know if he posts on X anymore. But anyway, the Chariot reversed is a card for cancers in the stomach because it's ruled by Cancer. When it's reversed, we're talking like hidden cancers. A person who's very passive aggressive, and somebody's just complaining all the time and they don't take any self-responsibility. But most of all, a lack of control. So what's the lack of control about? Well, so he's exhausted, maybe he's bugging Susie Wiles, and he's feeling out of control in the middle of the night. That has no control in the middle of the night, keeps waking up, and we've got breathing problems with the Eight of Swords when it comes to reverse. That's my card for pulmonary breathing issues. So even though he may have had a better morning and midday, the evening doesn't look good at all. Let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. So Page of Pentacles. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so for the foundation for the day, with the Page of Pentacles, it's usually messages and news, but on the level of health, because it's Mercury and Virgo, this could be problems with a person's neck. This could be him not feeling bad news, of course, but it could be, well, it's upright, so maybe it's not bad news, but it's financial news and the possibility of him needing to investigate and study more and get things figured out. But he's not going to do that because what he does is he just gets people to follow his orders, kind of a thing, And then with the Hierophant reversed, this is people who are resisting him and people who are tired of being stuck in this mess with him. I feel like this is a younger person, or just a lot of people with news coming to him and saying things to him and making him realize that he doesn't have the real authority. So that's interesting. Now, I don't know if maybe this might have something to do with the budget, because, this card relates to a lot of money. So does the Queen of Pentacles too. And this could be a woman in Congress who is kind of beating him up, making him fight. Yeah. But again, out of control later on in the evening. And that doesn't bode well for the next day. Because these are cards that relate to not sleeping well. Maybe he is, because you guys have been telling me that he, with dementia, a lot of times that certainly makes sense that they get up in the middle of the night and walk around, sleepwalking kind of. So, okay, well, that's all I've got today. It doesn't look terribly spectacular, but this is interesting to get the reverse. We've had this, so there's an extra one here besides these two that we had yesterday. So there is a pattern there of people resisting him, and they're putting the government authority is putting him on his head. Or the government itself is on its head, and he's in charge of all that, he thinks. and things aren't working right because he's not really in charge of that. He's really out of control, and his brain's not working well, and his breathing isn't good. We know that. We can observe that just watching him talk. So, okay, well, that's it for today. Have a wonderful one. Have a wonderful day and evening, and as always, take good care. Bye.